Good morning. Welcome in. This is my first ever daily spiritual guidance reading. Um, my name is Vanessa. It's really lovely to meet you. If I have came across your page, it's for a reason. If you'd like to find out a little bit more about me, if you want to visit my website, um, and it will give you a bit of a rundown as to my journey so far. But a little brief outline is I started my business back in 2022, and I have been offering healing sessions and spiritual insights to clients over that period of time. But recently, I have been felt called to deliver messages to the collective audience. So, hence the reason I'm here. So, if I resonate with you, I'd really appreciate your support, and I hope that I will be able to help you. So let's get on with it. What do you need to know today? What does the collective need to know for Monday, the 25th of August? Orphaned. Number five. What else does the collective need to know? So some of you may be feeling a little bit isolated, a little bit disconnected. Um, sort of feeling that you're on your own trying to deal with some stuff and not knowing what way to turn and wanting support and not knowing where to get it from. And maybe you've just sort of embarked on this spiritual journey and you're like, I don't know what to do. This is on you. And, um, how do I get help with it? So let's see what else we need to know here for the collective energy for Monday, the 25th of August. What do we need to know? My plan is to deliver messages weekdays, Monday to Friday, new life. So if that interests you, I'd really love you to come along for the ride. New life is 39. So whatever you are embarking on or the situation you find yourself in at the minute, it is leading you to a new life. There's a change here in your perspective, how you think about things. Um, if you look at this card here, this lady looks like, she's just woken up. She looks like she's just come alive whereas this one looks like, I'm asleep and I don't know what's going on. And this really is new life's like a new birth. It's like, right, a way forward here. How do we sort of, navigate this now? And it's sort of looking at things in your life differently as well. You've got poised. So that's taking the time out to just sort of look at things. 48. Time to go is 45. And milk and honey, 51. Lovely. Wow. So the oracle cards alone just show this sort of journey from feeling lost until sort of, adapting, almost like the butterfly, and the caterpillar. It's coming out of that kind of, cocoon of not really knowing anything about the world. And then all of a sudden, everything is sort of brightening up for you. Poise, this is sort of taking your time to decide on a way forward, and time to go is when you've got the action to go. Milk and honey. So, I mean, it looks bright here, so whatever has been going on for you, the outcome is the milk and honey. It is wish fulfillment. So for the collective for Monday the 25th, what do they need to know? What is going on for them, please? What can we tell them? Thank you. So I mean, I'm just sort of captivated by the orphaned and new life cards. So I just want to show you them again. Look how dark they were compared to how light they got. A real wake up call. There's the fool. There's your leap forward. There's your new beginning. There's the right time to take action. Maybe it's felt like a hamster wheel of not knowing how do I get off this. It's a continuous cycle of get up in the morning, get ready, go to work, home again, dinner, bed, and it's just this continuous cycle of never getting the washing done, always sort of like feeling like you're running behind with things. Six of Swords. It's time to move forward. It's time to change that. It's time to change your perspective on things. And, if it is a case of being in an environment that you're not happy in, it's this sort of era now sitting poised, right? How do I change this? How do I make this better? What is it I want? What I want out of life? What is it I want? Is it a work situation? Is it a home situation? Six of Cups. It's navigating that past energy and going, how did I arrive here? How do I, Knight of Cups, how did I arrive here? Um, how are we in this situation? What have I learned from it? How did I walk into it? Nine of Swords. This has caused you a lot of sort of anxiety and worry about, how am I going to get myself through this? How am I going to get out of it? There's the Hermit. There's your deep thought. This has caused you some deep contemplations. Temperance is here. This is now your balance coming in. This is your poised. This is the balance coming into play of saying, right, what do I need to do? Three of Swords. Perhaps there's something in the past here that sort of caused you heartache, and you thought, there has to be more. Page of Swords. There has to be more here, and you've started to sort of maybe look into spiritual things and see if it can give you any insights. Hence you're watching this video, which is tarot, which is all about trying to give you insights and give you a leg up and show you a way forward. Ace of Swords. You're searching for the truth. Who am I? um there has to be more to the daily grind of just a 9 to 5, and picking up the check, and the check doesn't even cover the bills. Death card. It's time for a rebirth here. But it's all very well. It's an easy situation saying, oh, well, let's just change things. But when you have responsibilities and, a family life, or, work commitments, you can't just go, I'm not going in tomorrow. So there needs to be a plan. Five of Cups. There needs to be a plan on how to go forward. The Magician's here. You've been manifesting. You've been manifesting this move forward, whether you're aware of that or not. Um, and this is the thing about manifesting as well. I mean, some people will manifest and go, right, I want £10,000 in my bank tomorrow morning. And they wake up in the morning and the money's not there. And they go, oh, this manifesting stuff's a load of shite. It doesn't work. But what they maybe have neglected to see, that they have come across something on their phone, or they have seen an advertisement somewhere or something that's been like, oh, do you fancy a career change? Or, there has been something that has come across their path that has opened a door, but they fail to see that was the opportunity to get that £10,000 that they wanted. They neglected to see that was the leg up, because manifesting doesn't work as in, right, okay, £10,000 in my bank tomorrow morning and I wake up, it's there. That's not how it works. For you to manifest, you have to put an effort into. When you ask for something, you have to be awake enough to see when a door opens that will deliver that opportunity, if you decide to walk forward and put the effort into it. And when you do, when an opportunity is there and that door opens and it is for you, it is what you have manifested, the end goal is what you have manifested, and it's there, it'll actually be quite easy. So if that path's for you, it'll be easy. But people just kind of think manifesting is, oh, what I want will just drop there and then. I want new love. Where is I? Where is she? Why they're not here? But there's a process. There's things you have to do. Are you ready for new love? Is there things within you that you need to heal? Because if you're not healed and new love arrives, well, then you're going to take those old issues you have into a new relationship and you're just going to relive it. You're going to relive the past because you haven't dealt with issues from the past. So the manifest is here. You have manifested this new beginning. Seven of Swords. You may have dealt with some sort of, you know, deceit in the past or lies in the past. As I said to you, there's a broken heart here. So that may have been your wake up call. The devil here. There was toxic energy around you. So when we're dealing with a new beginning and a new life, we have to let go of the toxic stuff. So what happens is when we've manifested a new start, the universe will get rid of the toxic stuff, which sometimes can be a shock to us because we think, oh well, that wasn't that bad, but if it's left, then it was meant to go. There's the Empress. I mean, if that left us, it meant that it wasn't good for us. It wasn't going to fulfill us in the future in this new life. So it was time to let it go. Time to let it go. So there was something I feel that's come to light here that has made you realize um some truths have been exposed here to you. And you've realized maybe a situation you've been in, let it be a love situation or some type of work situation, if you've sort of felt that this isn't what I want, or somebody has exposed themselves to you. Knight of Pentacles. Small steps. Small steps forward. And the Four of Pentacles is underneath that. I sort of feel that this is maybe something that you've been contemplating for a while and you've kind of been hanging on to it. You've kind of been hanging, thinking, will this get better? Can I fix this? But what I do want to say to you is you can't fix other people. You can only fix yourself. You can only look at your own behavior, your own patterns, and take accountability for that. You can't make somebody else do something they don't want to do. It has to come from within. You might as well say to somebody, right, you need to stop smoking. It's damaging your health. And they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. They have to want to stop smoking. It's like somebody saying to me now, Vanessa, you need to lose a stone. I'm like, yeah, I know. And I really do. But I have to get it into here and put that into action where I'm watching what I'm eating, I'm exercising better. I have to do that. Somebody telling me isn't going to make me do it. So for you to say to somebody, you need to change your behavior, you need to, uh, you know, treat me better. Saying it to them isn't going to change anything. You need to implement the boundary of saying, not acceptable. I'm not accepting this. You know, the words are cheap. The words, I'm sick of listening to the words, which I kind of feel is maybe something that's been going on here that you've been hanging on to. It's kind of like the words are, oh, yeah, yeah, I won't do that. I won't do that again. I'll change and things maybe get better for a while. And then we're back to square one again. And it's just come to a head here now where you're like, no, no. And this is where the orphan card is because we're like, I don't know. I've this is how this has made me feel, and I deserve so much better. I deserve so much more. Let's get a little oracle card here to see what other advice we have. It's been a kind of It feels here a little bit like you've been in a situation that's felt a little bit hopeless at times, and something has come into play here now for you, and you're like, right, there's more. I deserve more, and you fucking do. You absolutely do. And it's looking bright here. It feels like there's a real turn has happened for you, a real shift in how you think about things. I think you're starting to analyze stuff, and when we go through a healing journey, um, spirit will make us analyze past situations, things that have happened. They'll make us think about it and go and think about it from a more clear perspective. Because when you're in it at the time, you don't really see things the same way. Whereas whenever you're now sitting back out of it, you can see it better, you can analyze it better, you can give it a more honest opinion than when you're in it, because when you're in it, you're trying to justify staying there. Boundaries. Love it. Boundaries. That's what this is about. Boundaries. Let me read this. Boundaries. Because this is just what this is. You're now realizing I need to put the boundaries in place here. 38. Page 38. Let me hope to read this without my glasses on. Okay. Not this way. I can pick it up. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? You're being called to create clear boundaries in your life. This could be with friends, family, or work. Saying yes when you really mean no leads to resentment, which is the biggest energy drain ever. At first, it might only be a little bit and not feel like a big deal, but before you know it, your energy field becomes porous and you are left feeling depleted, resentful, and taken advantage of. Saying no and having clear boundaries is actually a spiritual act. The most giving, loving, compassionate people are those who have the clearest boundaries. For when they say yes, they are able to give unconditionally. When your boundaries are clear, others know where they stand and you are able to give freely. If you are not clear where your boundaries lie, this causes confusion, resentment, and energetic cords are planted. If you're saying yes when you really mean no, you are likely needing something yourself. Ask yourself, what part of me needs something from them? It could be a need for approval, a fear of being seen a certain way, or a fear of loss. The best way to gauge your boundaries is to check in your belly. Your belly is your second brain. It has an intelligence known as your gut feeling. Tune into this space when deciding what is okay for you. How do you feel? What is trying to communicate with you? Perfect. So I feel that this is what's going on now. We're now awakening and going. We need to implement these boundaries. I'm going to take this to the Extended Collective. If you resonate with this and you want to come along, the link will be below. I'm going to take a sort of look here to see what we don't see coming for you, any blockages we need to look at, and we'll get you a little bit more advice. So I'll see you over there.